Today we're going to be installing the Juno 4-inch internally adjustable LED recessed housing. This product is very feature rich. With this single housing, we can address wet location applications, downlighting, sloped ceiling, adjustable, and wall wash just by changing out the trim. And the trims can be changed from a round to a square. The product will take direct contact with insulation. And again, looking just at the exterior, we see all of the typical Juno features. Here's my junction box with the pry-outs that I can use with a flathead screwdriver to insert flex or Romex connectors. On this side, we have the driver, which for LED is analogous to a transformer for low voltage. And we have, of course, our famous reel nail bar hangers that can be adjusted in length, can be broken off to be shortened, or even flipped around so that we can put them on the opposite sides of the housing. But let's take a look inside. I'm going to remove the paint shield here, and actually you can see that's a little bit adjusted position there, but it'll be a lot easier to see inside if I show you this. And this is the mechanism that's inside. So you can see it'll travel for adjustability, and it'll also rotate 360 degrees. 35 degrees adjustable will get you certainly a good enough angle to light most flat vertical artwork, such as a picture on the wall. Ideal angle is 30 degrees, and should take you up to accommodate most typical slopes that you're going to find in a sloped ceiling. You can also see that we have a foam gasket here. That's our airlock feature, so that way we install the product, it keeps the transference of air from the living space from moving up into the ceiling, and that's a code issue, so we take care of that for you by providing the gasket. The other thing that we can do that makes this product unique among its peers is remove the optical element, and here you can see I've got a spot distribution replaceable optic. We can put the brand new one in and spin that ring on and refasten it, and you can see that will actually change the beam spread. I might be lighting something on the wall that's a very large picture, something very small, maybe a little glass curio on a mantle top, something like that. So I can actually change the beam spread. On the other hand, if I were using it for a typical downlight general illumination application, I would probably go with the 40-degree beam spread. So let's install. When installing, I kind of like to move the bar hangers back all the way to one side. And you can see when I go to push that against that wooden joist there, I'm going to line it up and put it exactly where I want it. And so I'm just going to give it a couple good whacks here. Let's go to the other side. And in the event that I would ever make a mistake or, gee, I should have moved it over 3 inches, these are our Juno bugle-headed nails. So it kind of comes like a trumpet at the end, so I can always get my claw hammer behind that. And if I pull it out gently on each side, I can move it over and reuse those same nails and hammer it back in. Now that my bar hangers are securely anchored, and the housing is very solid up there between the joists, I can actually locate the position of the housing relative to the joists. Let's get a measurement on that. And I can measure right to the very center of a little hash mark in that plaster frame. It's a little notch. I'm exactly the distance off the joist that I want to at this point. So I'm going to lock those bar hangers down with the screwdriver. And now I'm ready for wiring. Naturally, we've already had a professional electrician bring power into the installation. The power has been shut off. I'm going to first take the cover off of that junction box so that I can access my conductors. And I'll grab a flat-bladed screwdriver and put it into one of those knockouts that have the slot. Wiggle it back and forth a few times. Feed the 3 wires and the threaded part through the knockout. And next I'll take my black conductor, place it into the quick connect here, and flip the little lever down. Next my white, my neutral, and then likewise with the green. I'm going to neatly kind of coil those up and put those back in my junction box and replace the cover. Let's get the drywall installed and then I'll show you how to put the trim on. Okay, once our ceiling has been installed, there's a little bit of fine tuning that I'd like to do. So I'm gonna do a little bit of rotation here and a little bit of angle adjustment. Next, I'll install the trim. These are push-in trims, and of course always make sure that where the trim is cut low, that's where the lamp sort of drops down. I'll put those 3 little prongs in, merely push in, compression holds that in. I'll have my assistant go back and restore power at the circuit breaker box. Excellent. That's our Juno 4-inch internally adjustable LED recessed housing.